gentle process.
And what are you looking for in that situation? So if you do that...
Alright, so here we go. I promise this is the very last graph I'll be doing, but this might be helpful, I suspect. Who has been to the White Cliffs of Dover?
Yep.
Good, excellent, good. You don't have to have been there to get this. Right, so here it is. Here are all the rolling green paddocks that go up to the edge of the cliff. There is the White Cliff at Dover, and there is the dirty little scummy English Channel at the bottom. Instead of the English Channel at the bottom of this huge cliff, I want you to imagine the North Sea in a tempest. So death, destruction, killing, violence, appalling horror down the bottom there, yeah?
You're getting into that.
What I want to do is suggest to you that those two loaves there have to be in one of three conditions. When they went into the basket was here. They have increased in volume, and that's where they are now. This curve here is not only about increasing the volume of the loaf, it's also about fermentation happening. So fermentation is moving along and increasing. These are fermentation enterprises. So the bread, as it goes further and further along, is getting tastier and tastier and more nutritious as it gets to the top of the cliff. The top of the cliff is called foolproof. The bread is fully proof, which means it's as far as it's going to go, it's ready for the oven. All the way up here to the top of this plateau up here is called underproof. What do you think over the edge of the cliff is called?
Yeah. Overproof.
Absolutely. These loaves have got to be somewhere along here. I'm going to suggest to you they're about here somewhere. And that's just from experience. As the volume increases of these loaves, what you'll find is like a balloon that's half blown up. When it's half blown up, it's all squidgy, yeah? When it's fully inflated, it gets quite taut and tight. This is not going to be as tight as a balloon, but it is getting, as it gets bigger and bigger, it's actually, as you touch it, it's feeling tighter. And that's what you're observing as you push in. The fact that your fingerprints come back out again means you have not gone over the edge of the cliff yet. Over the edge of the cliff is easy. As you go out over the edge of the cliff, it's like the roadrunner getting chased by the coyote, yeah? You know the cartoon? The runner goes beep beep and goes right off the, going along the highway, round all the canyons, and then goes straight off the edge of the road into thin air. The coyote's on a stick of gelignite or something, or some Acme rocket or something, and is about to grab the flaming bird by the neck and finally get the bloody bird. Until he makes the fatal mistake. He's gone right off the edge of the cliff, he's out in mid-air, he's about to get the bird. What does he do? Stupidly, he looks down, he realises he's out off the edge of the cliff and gravity is not working, and as soon as he looks down, what happens? The same with this. If you are testing this all the way up here to the top, you notice that when it gets to the top here, when you're looking in your ASCII, you think, oh, it's getting bigger. It's getting bigger as it comes up the hill here, and then finally it stops growing and you're going, oh, I wonder whether that's ready, and you touch it and it's okay still, so you're up on the top here, and then you think, I'll leave it a bit longer, and you let it motor out off the edge of the cliff here, because you're not testing it, and it stays big, and you're going, wow, it's still huge, I might leave it a bit longer, so you go right out to here, and then finally you think, oh, I better test it, and it'll just collapse under your hand. Bang, death and destruction.
Old socks.
So this testing